I turn the probe more towards clockwise or to the right, I see more of the pulmonary artery. See this? Can you see that? If I turn the probe more towards the right, I see more of the pulmonary artery. Okay. So to see more of the pulmonary artery, I will turn the probe more towards the right. Now here, if I am pressing it, so when I go more towards the left, you see, I see more and more of the LA appendage. Can you see this? This is more and more of the LA appendage. Okay. So in this view only, okay, if you turn counterclockwise or towards the left, you will see more of the LA appendage. And if you see clockwise, you will see more and more of the pulmonary. Got it? So this view only, slightly turning to clockwise and counterclockwise will vary this. Right. Now this is at 60 degrees, okay? Now from here we will move towards 75 to 80 degrees. So somewhere between 75 to 80, yes, somewhere between this, we'll go and we'll slightly turn the probe more clockwise, and slightly push the probe inside. Can you freeze this? Yes, and this is what we have reached. So this is what? This is an IVC view. Okay, you can see an IVC entry into the RA. Remember now, in textbooks and all the textbooks, in all diagrammatic representation, it is shown that SVC and IVC are in straight line. It's oblique. Okay, but in real life it is not so. When you put a catheter through femoral, it doesn't go into the SVC, it goes into the RA. And same thing, if you put a catheter through SVC, it doesn't go into the IVC, it again goes into the RA. So why, if they are in straight line, they should go into each other. But it is not so. So SVC and IVC open into the RA at an angle like this. They are not straight. Okay. So to visualize SVC is more better visualized between 70 to 90. And IVC is more better visualized between 90 to 110. Got it? So at 90 you can get best of both the worlds, some part of SVC, some part of the IVC, which is known as bicameral. But for IVC basically it is between 70 to 90. For SVC it is between 90 to 100. Got it? So this is how you visualize IVC. So this is how you are visualizing IVC. Got it? What is the smaller structure here, which you can see the lower part? Here, towards the end. It is shown. Here. What is this? Here.
Little appendage.
Sorry, showing the red color here. This
IVC.
So remember, at times, this is the most important view again. At times, especially in patients with ASD, it becomes very, very difficult to differentiate whether this is an IVC ring or whether this is a long eustachian wall. Okay, it has happened. There was one pediatric surgeon who just told every pediatric cardiac surgeon has done this mistake of putting a graft from a eustachian wall to this. Okay, so many times people can go wrong identifying eustachian wall as an IVC ring, and you can put a device across it. What will happen? All the IVC probe will be directed towards the edge. Okay, so always differentiate. So what is the main differentiating point? You will see. Eustachian wall is always anterior. IVC ring is always posterior. You can see this, that is interactive septum there. So IVC ring is always posterior, eustachian wall is always anterior. So go inside, look at the mouth of the IVC. Look where the eustachian wall is. Whether it is coming from posterior or whether it is coming from anterior. That's the way to differentiate whether the IVC ring is there or whether the eustachian wall is there. Got it? This is important, okay? Remember this. Now let us go to the bicameral view. So I will go to 90. And this is bicameral. Can you see? You can see now best of both the worlds. So some part of SVC you can see. Some part of the IVC you can see. Upper one is LA, lower one is the RA. So at 90 you can see. So this is typical bicameral. Okay? Where you can see some part of the SVC, some part of the IVC, RA, LA and interintensive. Then you increase the angle to say around 100, 110 and just pull out the probe slightly. Right. So you come across what? You come across SVC. So you can see more of the SVC here. Okay, SVC entering into the RA. upper structure which you see rounded is nothing but any pulmonary vein associated with SVC has to be right upper. So this is right upper pulmonary vein. So this is right upper pulmonary vein. So this is right upper pulmonary vein entering into the capillary. Okay. And what is the structure behind? This is RP, right pulmonary artery. Got it? So this is right pulmonary artery. This is right superior pulmonary vein, and this is SVC. Got it? So this is how you visualize SVC. Okay. So this is at around 100, 110. Yes. So now let's go and see further. So from 110, I'll increase angle further to say around 125, 130, 125 would be better. Yes. And 125. And what I see here is, push the probe slightly. And adjust a bit. Yes. Yes. So what are the structures which you see now? See, here you can see this was the SVC. SVC is still there. Now here you can see a bag-like structure. What is this? RA appendage. RA appendage. So this is RA appendage. This is RA. Okay. SVC will not open into NA. It has to open into the RA. So this is SVC. This is RA appendage. This is RV free wall. Okay. This is ATN. This is PTN. Okay. Of the tricuspid wall. So this is what is known as RV inflow view. Okay. Now you saw in bicameral view there was SVC here and IVC there. Got it? So on the right side was the SVC, on the left side was the IVC. Okay. Then you saw they were both almost equal pipes, bigger pipes, isn't it? Now just watch here. Here, this SVC is still a bigger pipe, but you see here, you can see only a small pipe. What is that? Can you see this? See this? This opening there. What is that?
Right inferior.
Yeah. What is that opening? This is RA, isn't it? So what should open? Apart from SVC, IVC? Coronary sinus. So this is the opening of the coronary sinus. Got it? So at 90, 110 you will get SVC, IVC, but beyond that, then at the IVC it will get replaced by the coronary sinus. So this is opening of the coronary sinus. Okay. So especially if you are doing a CRT, they want to put the probe into the lead, into the LV lead. This is the way. You have to cause the opening whether it's going properly or not. Okay. Then for surgeon, well, they want to do this cardiac arrest, okay, by injecting the solution. For them also, they have to put the solution into the coronary sinus. So this is the method, okay, retrograde, okay. And RA appendage is important because if you a dual chamber pacemaker, one lead you place at RV apex, the other lead which you insert is actually RA appendage. Now RA appendage is one of the thinnest part of whole of the heart, okay. So perforations are very common. So which will be side? This will be the side of perforation. Got it? So you have to, this is a view which clearly gives you where the perforation can happen. Okay. So RA appendage, KT and PT. Got it? So these are all right sided views basically. So I'll come back and I think so you can start practicing now one by one. That's the one here. So this will be the